Okay, so I have wrapped up my walk in time at this nature preserve, and I just wanted to speak on some things that kind of came up while I was out here. So, I was up there on the observation tower and just looking out over all this land, all this greenery, and of course, just thankful to be standing and just there to take in the moment and feel good and feel the sun on my skin and just a joyous moment, you know. But as I was looking out, I kept thinking about, letting go and trusting the process and how big of an action that really is. Because I feel really good today. And in the last 48 hours, I have been dealing with some doubts and some gloominess and a little bit of anxiety. And it's nothing out of the norm. I feel like for the last decade or so, every new year has come with blessings and anxiety. Before my healing journey, mostly anxiety. And I say that because, like, I'm always wondering, like, what am I going to do differently this year? What am I going to do that's going to elevate my life? What am I going to do, turning a year older? Like, what are you going to do different? What can you do to bring more goodness and love, joy, happiness, and peace into your life? What can I do to increase my income? Just all of these things, and then getting overwhelmed by having too many resolutions, not having any resolutions, getting on myself about sticking to my resolutions. And so I've been dealing with a little bit of that mixed in with happiness this first week of the new year. I mean, I feel mostly good. And I am looking forward to this year. I have had some very big, exciting feelings about 2024, and those are still present. Um, I'm at a place where, like, I know I have a lot of feelings. I feel a lot of them often enough. And so I allow my feelings their time to shine, no matter what they are. And that's just my way of further processing. And that's okay. So I was looking over the observation tower, and I was looking out into the water, and the water, when you look at water, it just seems to go on forever. When you're looking at the ocean or the bay, it just seems to go out and it's endless. And essentially it is, you can never get to the end of it. You just can't, right? So I don't know why that just brought me back to God and, putting my complete trust in God and trusting that it's all going to work out, that I don't have to plan every little bit of my life. And truthfully, I know that I can't plan every little piece of my life. I am not guaranteed anything from one moment to the next. I'm not even guaranteed tomorrow. I'm not even guaranteed I'll make it back home. And I know these things. I am aware. So I feel like I am making headway. I feel like I am further ahead in my quest to just completely let it go, let go of my control in a sense over how I'm supposed to live, what I'm supposed to do, and just live, just be, and don't have too many stipulations upon myself. Don't restrict myself from just living my life. I have been so torn about, eating better and trying to finally break up with junk food. That's been like my number one thing coming into this new year, is to be done with, chips, cakes, cookies, ice cream. I love treats. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't go crazy, because even my mom will say, like, you don't eat as much junk as you think you do. And it is true. I have increased my produce tremendously over the last year, on top of drinking juice. I really have. It's just that when you become aware of how not good this stuff is for your body, and how, sugar is the culprit for a lot of our diseases within our bodies. And when you know this stuff and you still, eat the things, it just don't sit right. But I've enjoyed these treats for so long. And so that's like one of my biggest hiccups with myself. But we're 5 days into the new year. I have not had any treats. And that's another thing, you can't eat what you don't buy. So I won't have access if I don't spend my money on it. And I don't feel like I am, not really restricting myself, but it's almost in a sense of taking the fun out. But I don't know. I'm still working that out. I'm still like really working that out for myself. But right now, I'm just choosing not to buy it, and let that be that. And I don't feel bad. Other times when I know like junk has gotten a real hold on me, I can feel it in my gut, and I haven't had that feeling. So maybe I really haven't indulged as much as I thought I feel like I have. And I only say that when I'm looking at the rappers and, yeah, all that. So I guess this is kind of turning into a ramble of thoughts, but that's okay, and, stick with me. So the next thing is, back to letting go and letting God. It's a big action. It's a big undertaking. And I feel like when I have moments of doubts and wonder, is the moment that I have switched over from trusting the process to trying to coordinate my life in a sense. And you cannot even say or confirm any of these things. And I've said this before, but you can make all of the plans in the world, and the universe can take you on a completely different path. So it's like when I think about it, things like that, I often wonder, is it a waste of time and energy to sit there and be like, no, I can't, I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to do it this way. Or I need to, shape up this certain circumstance or situation to the best of my benefit. And I can only do it this way. And I feel like it is. They don't say that quote for nothing. If you want to make God laugh, tell God your plans. And it's true. It's so true. And I know that about myself, and I know that I have had like an iron grip when it comes to control and my life. I thought I did. And of course, life can show you differently. Life can show you better than it can tell you, or better than you can tell life. And it's just been eye-opening. And I'm to a place now where I want to put my complete trust in God and just live and know and trust that I'm going to be all right. Now, don't get me wrong. That don't mean just become lackadaisy and just thinking that God is going to make every decision for me. And I know that it takes two to participate. So when I look at trusting the process and letting go, I'm working with God. I'm making the plans, but I'm leaving a lot of room for adjustment, a lot of room for change, a lot of room to pivot if, the way I'm heading is not necessarily the way that is meant for me. And that's another thing too, is accepting that even some of the things we want and need too may not be meant for us, and that we don't block our blessings by grabbing hold of what's not meant for us. Because we all have goals, we all have dreams, but can you imagine that some of those things aren't meant for you? Or maybe they are, but the way you're going about it or the direction you're taking is not the one you're meant to. I be thinking about all kind of stuff. I be thinking about all kinds of stuff. And like this year, I kind of want to have one or two things that I put most of my effort into, because I know I'm not alone when I say, like, I have so many ideas. And you can have so many ideas that you attempt to put a little effort into each one of them, only to end up like getting nothing accomplished, or becoming so overwhelmed with feeling like you're pulling yourself in so many different directions that you just stay put. You don't do anything. And then you feel, stagnant, because now it's like, where do I go? Where do I put most of my effort into without overwhelming myself? That's been my thought process. I am creative. I love art. I love making things. And I just want to choose that one thing that I can just learn everything about and thrive in it. Only now it's like, which idea do I choose? I mean, I can narrow the list down, true enough. But there's always something to learn. There's always something to discover. There is just so much information out here. And that's why I feel like I just need a break, because TikTok is like its own university, its own school system. I'm learning so much there. And it's a lot of intellectual stuff, whereas YouTube University is more hands-on, technical, but I don't mean that literally, stuff like how to build, how to create, how to use your hands to, build something is what YouTube University is for me. But TikTok is very much on the intellectual knowledge side for me. Even some of the stuff that's deemed conspiracy, like I have just been very in tune with TikTok as far as absorbing information, and even that has gotten to a point where it has felt overwhelming. And I find myself now being able to listen without absorbing, and that even if they are like new ideas, new to me, doesn't mean that I have to take any action behind them. I swear, I see some stuff and I'm like, oh, I want to try that. Oh, I want to try that. Oh, I can definitely do that. You just get crazy a little, because it's just so much information, and it's just so much you want to do with that information, and yet another idea in the big pile of ideas you already have. Is so crazy. And I really want to slow down with my life and live in the moment. Like, I've gotten caught up in so much scrolling the last quarter of 2023. And I know that. I have noticed that. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Because I'll be honest, before I finally downloaded TikTok the last quarter of 2023, I was really like knee deep into like mindfulness and crafting and nature and art and creating and doing all of the things. I downloaded TikTok. I'm not blaming TikTok, but I downloaded that app and just have, taken in so much information. So much history, American history, world history, just, and I'm about sick of relationship talk, but relationship stuff, so much self discovery and self awareness and healing, and just so many different things to increase your knowledge about. And so I just needed a break. And to put my mind and my hands to better use. And so I feel like that is one of my themes this year, is to really get out and enjoy more of what the world has to offer. I have Mother Nature down pat. I live for this. This is my absolute favorite thing to do. My second home is to be out in the woods. So that's covered, okay? Because I don't really let anything get in the way of me actually spending time out here amongst the trees, because this is rejuvenation, this is joy, this is peace, this is inner peace, this is love. I am like really at peace when I'm outside in the woods. So, outside of that though, I want to plan a couple of solo dates. I just want to do it different this year. I'm turning 35, and I'm excited. I want to do something fun and just enjoy myself. Truly. And I trust that I'm where I'm supposed to be, because I feel good about where I am. I feel good about where I'm going. I feel good about my future. And even not knowing exactly, what awaits, I feel like whatever it is good. I've said that before, and I'll keep on saying it because that is truly how I feel about my life, about my circumstances. I have a lot in my life to be grateful for, and I am. I trust that I am right when I say I don't have to worry, I don't have to fear, I don't have to stress, I don't have to overwhelm myself by so many what ifs and possibilities, and just let life unfold itself, you know, allow myself to just stand still and calmly walk into my blessings, because that's what I choose to speak over my life. Like, I am blessed. I am divinely connected. I don't have to put all of the pieces together. I can let the pieces fall where they may, and they will come together as they should. There is nothing I need to force. There's nothing I need to turn and twist about to be happy. I can just be. So I have my moments, but I'm definitely, doing what I feel I need to be doing. And so that's it. That's the video. I'm going to get ready to head home and enjoy a meal because that's what I want to do. Until next time.